So 2012, Patricia Cori, everybody speak about it, and what do you think about it?
Well, it's unquestionably is a turning point for humankind, and the fact, for one thing, that we have so much terror and premonition, uh, Armageddon complex. So many things are tied into this date that the psychosis of humanity has really fixated on this date. And therefore, as we all know that consciousness creates reality, there is a certain aspect of us potentially creating the Armageddon scenario. So it's very important now that we pull ourselves out of that terror and that condition that we have, which is also perpetrated by cinema, by obviously by governments. It's helpful to keep people in fear. It's much easier to control them. So I think that 2012 is a huge shift in consciousness. It ties in with the Mayan timetable of a great shift of ages. However, I like to tell people that after 21st of December 2012, we're going to wake up, and it's going to be December 22nd, 2012, and we will have had an enormous shift just from that, because 8 billion people on this planet are going to wake up, and they will say, well, nothing happened. Okay. Just like we woke up from Y2K when we turned to 2000, we will wake up from 2012, December 21st. Most definitely, that huge fear that has been eliminated by the mere fact that we wake up is going to in itself be a shift for humankind.
Thank you. And about all these things that happens and that are inspiring this fear, which are under our eyes, like weather, dramatic changes, and environmental problems, to which we assist, all of us. And so, about this, what do you think about this? Because this is one of the points on which people is really afraid. What do you suggest? What do you think?
Well, it's understandable that we have fear. We are watching the Earth go through dramatic change at the hands of humanity, at the hands of who rules this planet. We are seeing disasters in the ocean. I believe some of the earthquakes are not natural; they're man-created. You know about fracking, where we send waves into the earth to, what are they doing? Looking for oil. I do believe a lot of these things are man-made disasters. And it seems to me that it's only when humanity gets to the breaking point, the utter breaking point, that we move into action. Let's face it, when we're complacent and we're comfortable and la vita dolce, everything is good, we get lazy. We don't do much. Now, I'm talking about it as a civilization, as a global population. It seems that we have to get to the breaking point before we respond. So until now, knowing that we are in overpopulation for the human race, we keep producing mass quantities of humans, and we keep talking about eventually we're going to have to see what we can do to find balance between human population explosion and the earth, but we never do. There are still people having 10 babies. And so it seems to me that the decline in absolutely one of the most important things now, besides the radiation leaks in Japan, is the situation with drinking water and all of the resources that we have that we're learning aren't gold, aren't silver, but water, food, the essential aspects of survival. And we are seeing human beings pull out miracles, hydroponic gardening, finally ecological alternatives to oil and coal, etc. So I think that it is show and tell time for the human race. And I believe in the human race. Despite all of our faults, I believe that we should never underestimate the power of the human spirit and that we will pull this out.
Thank you very much, Patricia.